Hello everybody, it's the FarmSim guy here. Hope you're all doing well. We are going to demo for you today our very new Sim dashboard screen, and we have buckled to popular requests and we have come up with the very first case active run screen for Sim dashboard for FarmSim 22. So here it is. This is what it looks like. We'll run through just some of the tools quickly so you've got an overview of it. Running along the top bar there, we've got the main menu opening tool. We've got the ability to pull up the minimap, change the camera to in cab and back out again, the time, and then we've got the F1 menu help in the middle there next to the AFS logo. If we look at the main screen panel in the middle, that on the right hand side is where all your GPS commands are going to go, including some of the new ones like show and hide lines and the 90-degree rotation. Over on the other side, on the left there, you've got select seed. So obviously if you've got a seeder or a drill on, you can scroll through your seeds through Sim Dash. Below that we've got the ability to connect implements. Now it's the first time I've added one of those to Sim Dash, so hopefully that's going to work well. There is a slight little bug in it based on the information that you can pass to the game, and I'll talk about that in a sec. Underneath that you've got the ability to select your tool, and underneath that basically an info panel that will give you different information based on what status your implements are in, or whether your tractor's turned on, whether they're powered up, whether they're lowered, whether they're raised, whether they're folded. Lots of good information there to keep you straight. Now along the bottom there, some of the basic tools we've got: cover on off, operating side if you're operating a forage wagon, pipe out if you've got an auger wagon on, unload, force unload as you would expect, and then the tools for fold, turn your tool on or off, raise and lower the tool, and turn your engine on and off. Now I've taken feedback from the John Deere screen done earlier, and I'm going to separate out the raising and the lowering and the powering on and off of tools and made them individual again. A few people said that it was kind of frustrating if you had a weight on the front and you hit lower to lower your rear implement and it lowered the weight as well. So not only have I fixed it for this screen, but I have updated the John Deere screen as well. So now you should get the option to choose whether or not you want to raise and lower your front and rear tools separately. And then finally, over on the left-hand side there, the white panels, basic information. We've got our heading and the degrees. We've got the speed, the health of our vehicle, so we know when to repair it. A little RPM toolbar there that just goes up and down. Basically, I use it as a visual aid. You know, if the RPMs are high, you know you've got your tools turned on. If they're lower down, you know you need to power them up. And the coordinates as well there, just so you know where you are. Fuel rate running as well, your fuel per hour, and at the bottom there, cruise control with the controls to adjust up and down the speed as you need it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use this case here with the two mowers to show you how the front and rear implements work, how you can get the different information up and running, and then what we'll do, we'll jump over into a quad track where I will demonstrate for you guidance steering and how that works. But basically I did a test on this on my stream last night, and basically there's pretty much nothing that you wouldn't need to do to get everything working from your dash. You don't need to hit a single key on your keyboard to get anything to work, which was the aim of this. Screen was to be as multi-purpose as possible. So right, let's power up our tractor by pressing the engine on/off button. And as you can see, as you hear the engine kick in, you'll see the light has changed and it has gone to green, and the engine on button there, so you know that something has changed. Now I'm going to roll forward here until we get the trigger to connect our mower. You can see that's just popped up there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the button on the left hand side of the main screen underneath the select tool option, and you'll watch this. It's grey at the moment and decoupled. As soon as I click it, it is coupled and connected, and you'll see some of the lights in the info panel have changed there as well to tell me now that not only is my engine running, but the front tool has been selected and the front tool is attached. And you can also see that the selection button underneath the couple button there has changed, and it's highlighting red that we have a front implement connected and selected. So I'm going to reverse now up to the rear tool. Now this is where there is a slight issue that I can't identify between front and rear tools for the coupling, so it's showing as connected at the moment because you can't select the rear tool until you've got it connected. So unfortunately that is just a limitation of what we've got to go with here. But if I hit the hitch button again, it loads up our rear motor, and as you can see, more lights have come on. It's also switched to the back. So again, if I switch between these two, you can see we go between tractor, front implement and rear implement, and the info lights underneath change depending on what we've got selected. So we'll stay on vehicle for now, and what we'll do, we'll pull forward, line ourselves up with the edge of the field here, and what we're going to do, we'll go through the process of setting everything up so we can run in the field. So what we want to do is select our front implement. We are going to unfold it, so we're going to press the folded button at the bottom here, and when I click on that, you'll see in a minute it will switch to unfolded. Text has changed and the colour of the button's changed. We can raise and lower, so there we go, we've lowered it down, and as you can see, all of the identifying info buttons on the main panel there are changing to green from red as you do certain things. And I can power this tool up as well, so if I power it up now, there we go, you can see that all of the front tool identifying signals are working and turning green. So next time we do it, we flip to the rear tool here, so that is now selected, and we will go through the same process. We will unfold. The light doesn't change until the machine is fully unfolded, but there we go. All unfolded, changed. We can lower that down, and we can power up that tool as well. And there we go. So our only red button now on our info panel is the fact that we don't have the front tool selected. So again, we can switch to the tractor, and neither is selected. We can switch to the front, and it tells you the front tool is selected. So you can just run that wherever you want. It doesn't make much of a difference, but everything is prepped there, so we can roll forward into the field. So I'm just sitting on the accelerator now and pulling into the field, and we start mowing. Now, what we can do here as well, I will just set our cruise control now to, let's say, 6 miles an hour. And if I hit cruise control here, it switches to green, as you see there. The button switches to green, but also the heading button changes to green as well from clear. So as you can see, as you interact with stuff, it changes there as well. And off the tractor goes, mowing away. Okay, so that was how we work with the implements. Let's just have a quick look at how we set up all of the GPS stuff. So here we are in our nice big quad track here, with a nice big tool at the bottom. I think you might recognise a screenshot on the sim dashboard from this image here. So what we're going to do here now, everything we did before, we've got our tool attached, unfolded and lowered, so it's ready to go. So what we want to do, and the reason it's not showing up now is because we didn't have it selected. We've got the rear tool selected now, so that's good. Obviously you don't need to power it up, there's no PTO for this, it's just a pull behind tool. We can turn the engine on. So there we go, engine is on there, and what we're going to do, we're going to activate GPS by pressing the top button up here. So that is switched on now. We're also going to set our AB line, so I press this twice. Now I pull forward the prerequisite 15 feet or 15 meters, and you can see no line showing up at the moment because we don't have lines turned on. But once we have done this, I will lift off about here, and I'll press set AB again. Now we should have a course. Now we can't see it because our lines are currently turned off, so I can press on show lines now, and it shows you our course that we've just set up. Now what I want to do here is adjust the width. You can see the width isn't quite right there, so the 4th button down on the right hand side there, set width, adjusts the tool to the correct width. Underneath there we can shift that left and right, so again if I hold that button down you can see it moving. Now if you want to reset that back to center, you press the centering button there, and then you press left or right to get that centered. And we are good. That is us ready to go. So all we need to do now to start off, hit the steering wheel, we'll hear our bleep and we'll see our line change to green. Our cruise control is set for 24 miles an hour. Obviously it won't do 24 miles an hour because the tool won't allow us to do that. So I think we're happy that we can just hit the go button. And we are off. All done without a single touch of the keyboard. So we'll let that run for a little minute. Again, here you can access the settings for GPS, and again the button to close it, and just to prove that they work at the top, the map button in the top header bar there, camera switch, just tapping that. The F1 menu can be pulled up, and the main menu can be pulled up from here. So there you have it, folks. That is the new case active run screen. Hope you like it. Hope it works for you in your game. Hope it kind of brings that immersiveness that I love from Sim Dashboard to your game. And its case, it looks great with the tractors. It makes a lot more sense than using John Deere screens in there. So I've tried where I can to keep it as close to the original as possible. Obviously, I want to make it functional as well, so I've changed some things up. But had a whole heap of fun pulling this together. There's a load more of these to come as the ideas flow. So for now, from me, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.